Can you please say?
Yeah, so what I was talking about was that Auroville is a very different place. It is not like other places that you see. It is not, first of all, a tourist place. No matter whoever you meet and whatever people say. Okay, because I've been here for more than a year now.
Oh.
I also came last year, in the start of the last year. I was visiting and going.
So are you from India?
Yes, I'm from Delhi.
Delhi, okay.
So I was coming here and going, sometimes for 1 week, for 10 days. Then slowly I started getting involved in the workshops here that happened, and other events that happened.
Okay.
And then I one day decided to leave my job and come here and work here as a volunteer.
Okay.
So since then I've been living here, and anyways, that's the background. But the important point that I want to say is that if you want to explore Auroville and know Auroville, then you have to come and stay here for at least a week, and then explore places, talk with people here. There are a lot of communities and units here.
So where can I find the community?
I will tell you. So and then you can attend workshops and events here, like yoga, meditation, and a lot of other lectures and all. Like in Savitri, there are a lot of education related lectures and circles, group circles happen here. You can come here, and then of course you can try the local food here, which is grown inside Auroville.
Okay.
So there are many things. Then there is music, there is theatre, there is dance, and there are things related to art and culture. There are things related to education, related to yoga and meditation, and then of course there is Matrimandir, which is the main central place for concentration and meditation for all the people. When people go inside and then they meditate and sit inside and meditate. So I think, if you're really interested in understanding Auroville or understanding spirituality and bring spirituality in your life, for places like Auroville you have to come and stay here maybe for some time. So this cannot be treated as just another tourist place where you come and see things and go. But that is how it starts. I understand. That is how I also started. I was a tourist only when I came. I came for 1 or 2 days, and I attended a musical concert.
That's Swaram.
Not in Swaram.
Okay.
That happened in the Matrimandir grounds.
Okay.
It was a big musical concert that I attended, and I was really blown by it. There were more than 2,000 people who came.
Oh, so that happens in?
That happened. That was once in a lifetime kind of an event.
Oh,
it doesn't happen every year.
Okay.
Because the musician who came was a very popular guy, Krishna Das, and he sings Indian all the Indian mantras and chantings that we do, God chantings like Krishna chanting and Shiva chanting. He sings all those things with instruments in his own style, in that Western style. So that was how I got introduced to Auroville. And then from there on, I was a tourist only at that time. So I think every person who is living in the cities and who is outside, they will start as a tourist only. So we don't have to blame them. But if you are truly looking for a spiritual insight, or you want to educate yourself spiritually, then you have to spend some time in a place like Auroville. And for that matter, any other place. If you're going to any other place, also like a monastery or any other place, which is a spiritual place. So you need to immerse yourself in that place. And why Auroville is so different? Because here there are so many people from all over the world. It's a very multicultural, multilingual, multinational place. It's very open in that way. You get to interact with people.
So what do people do for their living? Like you told you left your job and you came here.
Yeah.
So like how you will earn from here?
So see, you start your journey as a volunteer. Okay. Being a volunteer, you don't get much. You have to survive on your own, so you should have some money in your bank account. So, and there are a lot of units here where you can join any unit based on your interest and what you want to do.
So unit means like they will have their own. For example, I just visited that one art gallery, yeah. So like, is that kind of a unit?
Yeah. So Bharat Niwas is one unit actually.
Okay.
Completely. In Bharat Niwas inside there are a lot of different activities and things that are happening. Right, there is Kala Kendra, there's the art gallery. Okay. And there is a film institute.
Yeah, that I have seen. Yeah. Indian space.
Yeah. And then there is a library there.
Okay.
Bharat Niwas library. So like Bharat Niwas, there are other places here. So different places have different kind of a setup and different kind of offerings. Like there are yoga centers and meditation centers here, which are only focused towards yoga and meditation, and sound healing and a lot of other kinds of healing methods that are there. See, people, the best thing about Auroville, I will not say the best thing, good thing about Auroville is that you can come here and you can do anything of your own. There is no foundation on you that you have to do this or do that. People have come and they are doing so many things, creative things here. And then they create events and workshops, and then you can go and see.
Oh, so from there you can get money, basically.
See, money, if you have completely left everything and come to Auroville, earning money will take a bit of a time.
Okay.
And the maximum you will reach is also not very high.
Okay.
Maximum you will reach is a bare minimum.
I mean for minimum living, basically.
For minimum living,
yeah.
only till that point only you will reach.
Okay.
So the whole idea is to live in minimal
yeah, I got it. So my doubt is like you were saying that we can volunteer and also one have to live, at least like, stay, food, basic needs to be satisfied.
Correct. So for example, there are some units which will provide you accommodation, they will give you food also.
Okay.
So, but not every unit is like financially strong. There are few units which are doing very well financially. They have a good financial base, and for them they are able to provide you accommodation. They can give you 3 times a meal a day. So your basic, they will give you a cycle to move around.
Oh,
so the basic things you will get.
Done.
But not every unit is like that. For example, in Savitri Bhavan, it's a completely service unit.
Okay.
So in Savitri Bhavan, if you work, you will not, being a volunteer, you will not get too much. Once you get promoted as a newcomer, so there is a process before you become an Aurovilian or a resident.
Okay.
So it's like a more than a 2-year process. So it takes time. So once your volunteer period is over, your newcomer period starts, then you start getting more benefits.
Okay.
So you have to show commitment and some kind of responsibility towards your work, towards the unit where you're working. Then people start to respect you.
So you're now you're in which stage? Like new volunteer?
I'm still a volunteer.
Okay.
But I'm 1-year-old volunteer.
Okay. Experienced one.
Experienced volunteer.
Okay.
But you were talking about money because a lot of people come with this apprehension and thought that how will we survive?
Yeah, exactly.
So come with a good bank account. Have some money in which can sustain you for 2-3 years.
Okay.
At least that much money you should have in your bank account. It is not an ashram, or it's not like Ramakrishna Mission, or it's not like ISKCON, where you go as a volunteer and they will take care of you. They will give you a room, they will give you a food, because they have good financial background.
Yeah, right.
And they are very big popular centers.
Okay. So this Auroville is just in India, in Pondicherry, or is there in any other part of the world also?
Auroville is just this Auroville, the township Auroville. And across the world, Auroville and Sri Aurobindo has a lot of centers. People have opened a lot of centers across the world. In India also, there are centers in Delhi. I'm sure there is center in Bombay and Chennai and a lot of places. They have centers, small offices of Sri Aurobindo and Auroville, and there are centers in other countries across the world. Mostly these centers are used to generate funds and donation, which they can route back to Auroville for the development of the city. Because it is running on money only. It's not like it's not running on money.
So like this is under whom basically?
Auroville is under whom?
You told that money will be.
You want all the information in one interview?
Not
find out for yourself.
Not like that. But when I was not having any idea, since you told this, like I got this doubt.
No. It's good to it's good to share everything. People should know what's happening in Auroville.
Yeah.
So Auroville at first was formed by. It is the vision of the mother, Sri Aurobindo. The mother gave it a shape with a concrete plan and a blueprint of how Auroville should be, with a proper vision. And then the architects came and people came and they started building Auroville. The concept was of human unity and compassion beyond boundaries. That we all are human beings and we should not treat each other as different beings.
Person.
That is the root cause of conflict, right? So the whole concept of Auroville is to
Oneness.
Yeah, oneness, and remove all those differences that we have as
Religion,
people, religion, caste, color, language. So Auroville was supposed to be a place which is beyond all the differences which we have created among ourselves. So, and when it was building, a lot of people came in to build it. From the ashram also people came. There's an Sri Aurobindo ashram here. So they participated in building this township. People from Europe came, and they all came together and built this township. Sorry, what was the question?
No, so where like,
so how it is getting governed?
Suppose if I am contributing to it, that will be going to, for example, ISKCON. There will be some ISKCON kind of people who will take care of the development and all those things. Or some other Sai Baba means like there will be certain people assigned to that. So here, what like is it some government based or what is it basically?
It is like that only. There's a governing body.
Okay.
And they are doing all the governance. It's called the Auroville Foundation.
Okay.
And they have the administrative bodies there. The house and land department is there. The finance and asset management department is there.
Okay.
Then there is a housing department. Then there is art and cultural department. So there are various departments and units which are working under the foundation, and they are responsible to govern this place and manage this place. They manage the funds also. There is a central fund, Auroville Fund, Foundation Fund, where all the money is coming. People who are coming here like us, like every volunteer, newcomer and resident, they are giving every month money to the foundation.
Okay.
It is going to that common fund, and from there it is getting utilized by the foundation people for the development of the place.
Okay.
So it is getting centrally managed, and but the governance of the place is very different. This was only money I was talking about. But the governance of the place is very different from any other place that we see outside. Like in the outside, in a democratic place or a country, people vote and we choose our leader.
Right.
And after that, the governance is in their hands.
Yes.
We don't participate in the decision making.
Yeah.
People are not asked, right? What you want and what you don't want.
Yeah.
Maybe the local MLA will go to a city or a town in their place and he can consult with people, but ultimately the decision lies with the MLA.
Right.
Or the state government or the central government. Right? This is how the system is. But in Auroville, that is not the system.
Okay.
Every decision has to go through the residents.
Okay.
So there is a resident body who are involved in any decision making, any change that may happen or any decision that may happen. They are involved in the governing process, and they have to give their go ahead on paper. Okay, then only it should happen. So that is how Auroville is governed.
So like the mission of Auroville is like no religion, no caste or anything like that. So like here people are not believing in any religion, or like they don't have the concept of God. So what about the concept of God over here?
See, it is very tricky, this space.
Yeah, so like even I am also not getting, like, even though I read a lot, but I thought, okay, if I ask someone who is here, it would be better. So that's the reason I am asking.
See, there are two sides to it. One is you create a system and you write the rules. This is how it should be. Like if you go to the Aurovill ashram, there are a set of rules. This is how you have to behave. This is what you have to follow, the lifestyle. Then you know what you have to do. But in Auroville, that is not the case. It's free. You are free to do anything. Then you don't have to wake up early in the morning at 6 o'clock. It is not a mandate. You don't have to come to this place at this time. You don't have to mandatorily do meditation or yoga.
Okay.
It's up to you how you steer your life. So now the tricky part is when you leave a person to be
like that,
then he can do anything.
Yeah, right.
He can preach. He can say, I'm a religious man. So you will see people here, they are doing religious ceremonies here. There is no one to tell anyone to do anything. Okay. You will see people doing things in their way, like they do in their country. So there is Hindus, there is Christians, there is Muslims, people from Arab countries. They are living in their own way. They dress in their own way. They preach there in their own way. You still, whenever there is a Ganesh festival coming or Diwali coming, you will see Hindus getting together in houses and they are doing all the pujas and all.
Okay.
So that is, see, now you cannot tell people how to live. When you talk about a society which is free, I cannot tell you how you will live and what you will do.
Yeah.
But that is a side effect of it. Now you can do anything. But the best part is there is still something here which is binding everyone together. There is a central philosophy, I hope.
Okay.
I hope there is a central philosophy and teaching of the mother and Sri Aurobindo, which should bind everyone together and on which everybody should walk on that path. And that central teaching was of human unity.
Okay.
Despite of all our differences, cultural and language differences and traditional differences, at least try to transcend it and live a spiritual life, because they talked about core spirituality, which doesn't involve religion or how you want to live and what you want to do. They talked about core spirituality. If you read their books, it is all about core spirituality.
Basically consciousness.
It is talking about consciousness and living a conscious life. So everyone has to read, first of all, their books.
Okay.
And they have to understand the teachings.
Okay.
Because I am sure half of the people have not done it. And they don't, because they don't like to read. Nobody wants to read
these days.
Big books and all. It gets very complicated in the head. But there is no other option. You have to read. One has to read and understand what is spirituality, what is core spirituality, what is that essential spiritual wisdom, and that can only free you from all the dogmas and all the belief systems. Once that has happened, that makes your base. Then you can do whatever you want.
Got it.
Right, but I hope that is what people. I am trying my best to do that, and I also conduct book reading circles. And through my book reading circles, I'm trying to spread that.
Okay.
So, and I hope people, in whatever they are doing and thinking, that forms their base, spiritual wisdom and this feeling of freedom and. Yeah, so that is the goal.
So like, because you are into reading, like you have chosen this one, like you like reading because that's the reason you have chosen this unit.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the reason.
So it's like, according to, if I like something, I can go to that unit.
Yeah, so you can explore. There are many units. For example, if you are interested in music, for example, so there are many units who are exploring music. There are groups there. They perform. They get together. They practice. So Swara is one unit where but it is not. It is only for musical instruments.
Yeah.
But it's a very big unit.
Yeah.
Then there are other places where you can practice. Like there are studios here in Auroville.
Okay.
Where you can go and learn from people. Where you can practice
is that
music.
accessible to public?
People don't know about it.
How?
But if you start living here, then it will be accessible to you.
Okay, like see, I'm an outsider now,
Yeah.
so I won't be able to go there right now.
You can see if there is any event or any concert happening, you will be able to go.
Oh, not like this kind of time.
Yeah, you will have to see what's happening in Auroville in terms of events, performances. You know, from there you can go and then you can get in touch with people.
Okay.
If you just go and land up in a studio, you may not find anyone there.
Got it.
Right. So, and still you can reach out to people through the websites, through the Auroville groups. There are many Auroville groups here, and where more than 900,000 people are there, and they keep sharing all the events and workshops.
Okay.
So from there you can get to know what you want to do.
Yeah.
But it takes its own time, you know.
Oh, okay.
So come here and stay here for some time. Leave the world behind. If you are really interested in exploring Auroville and exploring whatever people do here, just take a vacation, take a long break, and that's what people do. And come here, live here, and then start exploring. It takes its own time. It takes months. It took me 5 months to understand what are the things happening here,
what's going around,
is what and everything. You know, get a familiarity of the place. So it takes time.
Yeah, like, oh, I forgot, I didn't ask your name.
Debashish.
Okay, nice meeting you. Thank you for all the information.
Your name is?
Vaishnavi.
Vaishnavi.
Yeah.
There's another Vaishnavi.
Okay.